Afsar, how would you respond to the criticism or the argument that the Indian Air Force puts forward when they say that their assets are meager, further splitting them into theatre commands? Would, be it their fighter jets or force multipliers like their AWACS or mid-air refuelers, in their appreciation, this may just be counterproductive, like the penny packet deployment in 1962.
Just the way they have presently distributed the resources amongst the 5 CNCs. Today they have 5 operational commands. However, they distributed the existing resources. You see, what happens is, today when you have borders which you are tasked to defend by the government through an arms operational directive, you carry out an ab initio deployment to carry out the tasks which have been assigned to you, and therefore to ensure that there is minimum credible deterrence to prevent the adversary from taking advantage of any of your fronts. You carry out some ab initio deployment. Depending on then how the threat develops, reallocation of resources takes place. So what we are saying is, when the theatre commands come up, in the peacetime, you will have to allocate resources to them. Then as the threat evolves, depending on where the primary threat is and where the secondary threat is, you will then accordingly reallocate the resources. This happens even to the army. Today, all the army's resources have been distributed to the army commands. The chief of the army staff has nothing at his disposal. Same thing happens to the Navy. The Navy has distributed all its seagoing assets to the Western and Eastern Naval Command and some to the Southern Naval Command. There is nothing that lies under the control of the Chief of the Naval Staff. Yet, all the assets belong to the 3 service chiefs. They are at liberty to redistribute resources, and now in the future, this will be done through the Chiefs of Staff Committee, which will be headed by the Chairman Chief of Staff or the CDS, with the 3 service chiefs giving him advice. So it will be a collective effort where redistribution of resources based on the threat will happen. But ab initio distribution of resources has to take place. It is happening even today in the Air Force. All these squadrons that they have been distributed to the 5 operational commands of the Air Force.
Which in fact brings me to my next question, General. Is this then all about turf wars? Will theatre commanders, as you rightly point out, they will be reporting to Chairman Chiefs of Staff Committee or to the Chiefs of Staff Committee and the CDS? Will the CDS then become this all-powerful super general, and will the importance of chiefs of respective Army, Navy and Air Force, will it go down, sir?
Even when the CDS had not been created, the manner in which the battles had to be fought and the advice to the government was being given by the Chiefs of Staff Committee. All that happened was that the senior most serving chief became the chairman, and the 3 chiefs then carried out collective decision making and then gave their advice to the government of India or to the Ministry of Defense. The system is not changing. Only thing now, instead of 3 heads doing the thinking, you now have 4 heads doing the thinking. That is all that has happened. There is no change otherwise. As far as operational planning goes, the operational planning process is not undergoing a change. It is the same as it existed during the 1999 Kargil operations, 71, 65, or any other operations before.